Okay, this is page 2 of our notes for homework number 4. So if we want to, if you finish with the other part, then you can follow along. We're going to set up these similar to what we did the others. On number 9, this goes through the diameter. So remember, if this goes through the diameter, it means that the angle that's opposite of that diameter, this one, is 90 degrees. So I end up with 13x minus 1 equals 90. Add my 1 to both sides, I get 91. Divide by 13, we get that x is 7. So the key here was that it did go through the diameter. And when that happens, the opposite angle is 90 degrees. Okay, for number 10, we're given 78. We're given an angle of 114. And then we're asked to find out what x is. Well, the arc that x intercepts, this angle intercepts, is actually over here. So I need to know what is this arc measurement so that I can find out the angle. Well, if this is 114, 114 times 2 tells me that this part right here is 228. And then if I add 78 plus 228, add these together, we get 306. We know that all the way around is 360, so 360 minus 306 is 54. So the one I'm looking for is 54, because this is the part that we want. So remember, if my arc is 54, then I'm going to divide it by 2, and my angle is 27. So that tells me that this angle that's in here equals 27. So 7x plus 6 equals 27. Subtract 6 from both sides, divide by 7, sorry, and we get 3. Okay, number 11 is pretty straightforward. You're given these two. If you take this away from 360, we get 106. And 106 divided by 2 gives you 53. And so if this is my arc, remember this is the angle. And that's what we're looking for. So 7x minus 10 equals 53. So 7x equals 63, or x equals 9. So that was pretty straightforward there. The key is, remember, all the way around is 360, and so we always want to find what the missing part is first. Same thing on number 12. Here we're looking for x, so I need to know, what is this arc? Okay, well, I'm given 120. We're given 67. So if I want to know the arc, I have 67 times 2, which is 134. So if I take 360 minus these two, which together those are 254, that gives me 106. So that means this side is 106. So I'm going to set up my equation. 5x plus 21 equals 106. So 5x equals 85, or x equals 17. So again, we're still working from the fact that we have 360 degrees. Okay, number 13, label your pictures. FGH, so angle FGH is 6x plus 21. Arc, remember the difference, here's the arc, here's an angle, got to put them in the right place. The arc is 17x minus 28. So the angle times 2 equals the arc. So I'm going to say my angle 6x plus 21 times 2 equals my arc. Same thing we did on the rules before. So the angle times 2 equals the arc. So we get 12x plus 42 equals 17x minus 28. Some of us still have an issue if we have letters on both sides, so I'm going to go ahead and show that step. If we subtract 12x from both sides, we end up with 42 equals 5x minus 28. Add 28 to both sides. So 5x equals 70. That's 17, sorry. 70. Divide both sides by 5. Your x equals 14. Be sure you're showing me that step because some of you are not finishing. This says to find FGH. Well, FGH was the arc, and so I want to plug it back into that. 17 times that 14 we just found minus 28 equals 210. So this is the measure of the arc FGH. Remember, you can pause and go back. If you want to pause and work it on your own and then go back to it, then that's the good thing about having the video. Okay, number 14, we're given that we have STU, which is my angle. So I've got 5x minus 16. And then I have the arc, which is 12x minus 50. And so we're going to do the same thing that we did just a minute ago. 2 times the angle equals the arc. So 2 times 5x minus 16 equals 12x minus 50. This is my arc. This is the angle. So if we work it out, we get 10x minus 32 equals 12x minus 50. And we have both sides, so I'm going to subtract my 10x. We have negative 32 equals 2x minus 50. Add 50 to both sides, end up with 2x equals 18. Divide by 2, and x equals 9. But again, they're asking for this measurement. That's the angle. So I'm going to plug it back into the angle. 5 times 9 minus 16 gives us 29 degrees for the measure of angle STU. Okay, 15 and 16 look a little trickier, but they're actually easier. These two, we're given ABD. So we're given this angle right here, 6x plus 26. And we're given this angle right here, which is 13x minus 9. But the key is that they intercept the same arc. So if we think back to our rule, these have to be equal. So 6x plus 26 equals 13x minus 9. So it makes it pretty easy to solve then. If I subtract my 6 over here, I get 7x. Add my 9 to both sides. So we end up with 35 divided by 7, and x is 5. Because they intercepted the same arc, I could set these equal. They're actually asking us for the arc. So if I take either of the angles, doesn't really matter which one. If I said 6 times 5, we'll take this one, it's right here. Okay. So 6 times 5 plus 21 gives us 56. So remember, if the angle is 56, I have to multiply it by 2 to get the arc, which gives me 112. So that's the measure of arc AD. This one again looks a little bit like you're not giving enough information, but it actually works out really nicely because we're given 3x plus 2, follow your letters, KJL, so here's J in the middle. So this is KJL, and we're given KLJ, this one right here, which is 7x minus 32. The key is that this is a diameter. So if it goes through the diameter, the angle that's opposite is 90 degrees. So we actually have a triangle here, a right triangle, that we have 3x plus 2 and 7x minus 32. And this is 90 degrees. We can add all of those up equal to 360. 180. 180 inside a circle, inside the triangle. The circle is 360. So I can add these up equal to 180, or I can take just this part. If I already know this is 90, I know these have to equal 90. So there's two ways you could do that. So let's say 3x plus 2 plus 7x minus 32 equals 90. So I get 10x minus 30 equals 90. So 10x equals 120, or x equals 12. Be sure you remember what we're looking for. We want to know the arc. Okay, they're wanting the arc KL, so this one right here. So we need to use 3x plus 2. If I want to know this arc, I need to know this angle. So 3 times 12 plus 2 gives me 38, which is the angle. We're looking at this angle right here. And if I multiply by 2, I get 76, which is my arc, KL. Sorry, I didn't know you couldn't see that. So we put 3 times 12 plus 2 gives me 38, which is my angle. It's this angle that's right here. So I get 38, and 38 times 2 is 76, which tells me my arc. And that's what we're looking for. So hopefully that will help you on your homework. Look at Google Classroom, and I'm trying to do a Google Meet at some point this week. So look for that link, and we'll see if you have any questions on homework 4. What I want you to do is to work the even numbers on that, and I will write it out on the assignment sheet also that I will post for starting on Monday, and it'll be due on Friday. Thank you.